Hello viewers and friends, let's learn something today. So today we're gonna speak about cell phone batteries. Okay, so what is on front of me? These are cell phone batteries from different kind of phones. Okay, so why am I speaking about laptop batteries? I am speaking about laptop batteries because I found so many mistakes from the customers, from other technicians, mostly about batteries. So by the end of this tutorial, you know how to distinguish between a bad and a good battery, how to check the battery, what is the right tool that you can use to check the battery. If you think you know everything about batteries, just wait. 99% of you, they are doing this thing the wrong way. So we need to clear this wrong mindset. We need to clear all these errors about cell phone batteries. So what is on front of me, they are cell phone batteries, and these are some kind of lithium batteries. So these are lithium batteries. One second. So these are lithium batteries. So I'll start on the beginner side, because if you are a beginner, probably this is a useful video for you. But if you are on the middle class or the high class, this might be boring stuff. So on batteries, the first thing you have to know important battery parameters. Okay, most of the batteries, minimum, we have like minimum voltage range. Here we have maximum voltage range. That's the only way to see if this battery is still good or not. The first thing, we have to know what is the minimum voltage range of this cell phone battery and what is the maximum voltage range. In other words, I'm trying to say, what is the voltage, what voltage must be on your battery when a phone is fully discharged, and what voltage do we have when a phone is fully charged. Okay, so minimum voltage range can be 3.7 volts, can be 3.8 volts, can be 3.85 volts. Most of the batteries, I found them falling on this range. Okay, and the maximum voltage, I found 4.2 volts, 4.4 volts, 4.35 volts. For a fully charged battery, in most cases you have these voltages. Discharged batteries, when your battery is empty like 0%, you must have this kind of voltage range depending with the battery. So this is the first thing that you have to master before checking on the battery. Because I found many customers, a customer will come with like a non-working phone. He said, my phone, my charging system is dead. Can you change the charging system for me? I asked the customer, why are you saying your charging port is faulty? It's not charging, it's not doing anything. I was using this phone yesterday, so the charging system just died. I tried to explain to the customer that maybe it's a battery, but some customers, they are pretty rude. They don't even take your point. Please change the charging port for me. My charging system is dead. Which is very wrong. Which is very wrong. Why? Because they don't know what's really going on with the batteries. How to check the batteries, what voltage must be there on the batteries, what are important factors to be considered in order to condemn a battery or to accept a battery as a good battery. So that's very important. So let's do like a practical. We'll check these batteries. We are not fixing anything today, but we just want to clear some of the things, some of the mistakes, common mistakes done by many technicians or many people who think they know these things, but knowing on the wrong direction. Okay, so let's check these batteries. This is an ITEL battery. These are just our batteries. So we just want to clear out some of the issues with the batteries. This battery has got 0.85 volts. 0.85 volts. It means this battery is far below this minimum voltage. So this is some kind of a bad battery, because the internal capacitance to hold the charge is very low. This is some kind of a very used battery. So .85 volts. So we checked with the multimeter, and this battery has got 0.85 volts. Okay, let's leave this battery aside. Let's check another battery. Let's check this one. You can see on the screen 3.33 volts. So my question is, this a good battery or not? Because that's the first common mistakes many technicians they are doing. They are checking batteries with a multimeter. You can't check a battery with a multimeter. You can't. I know this can raise a lot of queries, but you can't check a battery with a multimeter, because this battery is showing 3.33 volts, which I believe for this kind of old Vodafone phones can be okay. So let's check this battery with the power supply. You can see my power supply there is 4.89 volts, 4.81 volts. Now let's check how much current is this battery drawn. 3.3 amps is too much. Let's lower the current to around 2 amps. Yeah, even 1.9 should be okay. Plus, minus. Check on the screen. If I short plus and minus, the maximum current that I've set is 1.9 amps. Trying to charge the battery is like 0. It's not taking any current. Let's lower the voltage a little bit to 4 volts. Still, it's taking like 0. It's not taking any current. So that's why you can't check the battery with a multimeter, because according to multimeter, this seems like a good battery, or it seems like this battery is just slightly discharged, but according to the power supply, this battery is not taking any current, it's not charging, not doing anything. So you can't check the battery with a multimeter, because you have to know the communication between the battery and the current there. Batteries, they are charged on current basis, not on volts. Okay, I think that's very clear. So checking with a multimeter, what we have just seen there is voltage 3.3 volts, but this is some kind of a very used battery, because it's no longer have capacity to hold the charge anymore. You can see, check on the screen there, I'm touching plus and minus. What's on batteries is very simple. You have plus, you have minus, you have some pins which are probably going to the temperature sensor, and if anything along those lines is bad, you see some error message like what are those error messages? Temperature too high. The temperature for this for the battery is too high or too low. I think we've seen some kind of errors like that, mostly on ITEL phones. So batteries, they are charged on current basis, not on voltage. Let's check another battery. Let's check another battery. Plus and minus 3.77 volts. Let's come with the power supply. Let's come with the power supply. The power supply is set on 1.9, and this battery is taking around 700 milliamps. Let's raise the voltage to 5 volts exactly, and is now taking 1.9 amps. And you should pay attention to current. This is the maximum current that we have set. So this is a good battery. This is some kind of a good battery, but was just slightly discharged from the minimum voltage range. So we can conclude that this is a good battery. But this conclusion, we will do it based on current, not voltage. So with a multimeter, we just see volts, but in order to assess this is a good or a bad battery, we need to know how much current is being drawn up by the battery. That's very important, because if I'm to look here, this is a 2.3 amps. Max current to charge this battery must be 2.3 amps, 2300 milliamps. So even if I'm to raise the current to 2.3 like this and try to charge the battery, you can see on the screen it's taking 2.3 amps, which is the max current that is to charge this battery. The most important thing is to pay attention to the current and see the behavior. If you see a quick drop of current, it means that the battery is charging faster. What does that mean? If a battery is if I'm seeing something like that, like a quick draw, quick downfall of current, I know that the battery is charging very fast, and the internal capacity to hold the charge is very low, because a battery that is charging quick will also drain the power so quickly. That's why you find some customer will come, I have a battery, this battery I will charge it to 100%, I use the phone for few minutes, is discharged from 100 to 70%, from 70 to 30%, 30% to 20, 20 to 0. That's an indication of a very bad battery. Let's check another battery. Like 00. Why this battery has got 0 volts? There are so many factors which you have to consider. Either this battery stayed for a long time. You know, when you leave your battery at 0%, you put it aside, it will discharge and discharge and discharge and discharge until it goes to 0. And surely at this point, if you put this battery on your phone, there is no communication between the charger and the charging IC. You get like a dead phone, because this battery is highly discharged. I'm sure even if you come with power supply, you see, even with the power supply, even if you try to drop the voltage, this is a sign of a very bad battery. This is a faulty battery. Here we have another battery. This one is for Samsung J5. Let's see this one. Of course, this is a swollen battery. Why the battery got swollen? The battery can got swollen because of high temperatures, especially in my country Zimbabwe, where I'm staying here. the temperatures are too high, and this is the most common fault on cell phones. If you see something like this, like a swollen battery, this is an indication that this battery is gone. Even if you try to check, you see the voltage 3.23. If the battery is like this, 100% sure it has no longer a good capacity to hold the charge. Let's go to 5 volts. 5.5 volts, you can see. It's taking 2.3 amps. This battery can work, but not for a long time, because already it has swollen. So the lifespan of this battery is no longer good. So this is some kind of indication of a bad battery. So what you need to check batteries, you don't need a test meter. What I'm usually doing, I'm not even testing the batteries with a test meter. I'll just go straight on the power supply, because I want to see if that battery is still good to hold the charge. Check this battery. It's taking 900 milliamps and it goes to 0. Let's lower the voltage. With the 4 volts, it's taking like 200 milliamps. The internal capacity to hold the charge is very low. This is some kind of a very used battery. So this is a faulty battery. That's an indication of a faulty battery, because here is written 2.5 amps max charging current, but it's taking not even a quarter, like 200 milliamps. So all this with a multimeter. Let's check what this battery has with a multimeter. It's good to learn, you know. Let's play with batteries. I know it's boring. Check there, 4.19 volts, 4.18. Let me check again. Yes, it's 4.18 volts. So why this battery is taking 200 milliamps with the 4 volts? Why? Don't get fooled by voltage, okay? Don't get fooled by voltage. This battery, those are the kind of batteries, because these are the batteries which you are replacing from customer cell phones. So this battery came, the customer came with the phone, and the battery, I checked the battery was having like 4 volts. I put the battery on phone, I pressed the power button, the phone is not turning on. I checked the battery again, was like 2 point something volts. So don't get fooled by this voltage. You see 4.18 volts, you think is a good battery. The moment you press the power on battery and the phone is trying to start up, this battery is draining all the power from 4 volts to 2 point something volts. So this you can't see with a test meter. You don't need a test meter to check a battery, but you check based on current, because batteries are charged on current basis, not voltage. Let's check another battery. This is a Cellphone battery. Let's check like a proper battery here. We have another one here. Samsung. I don't know the model of this. It's taking 1.4 amps. And check on the current drop. How fast is the current drop? You see 1.3, 3, 4, 2, 25, 19, 16, 15, 12, 2 point. You see how this battery is charging? It's charging fast. What does that mean? It means this battery is gaining power very fast. So the rate at which this battery is gaining power, that rate is also okay when this battery is discharging. These are some kind of batteries, when you put it, it's 100%. After a few minutes your phone is at 80%. You know, that kind of abnormal discharging. So this is an indication of a bad battery. You know what? Let's check for more batteries. Let's check for more batteries. What about this one? One 1.2, 1.1, 800 milliamps, 700, 800, 700. You see, this battery is rated at 1.7 milliamps and is taking 800 milliamps. This battery won't last for a long time. So that's all about cell phone batteries. So I wanted just to clear out some of the mistakes, like common mistakes that we do. Checking battery with a multimeter means nothing. Again, checking battery with a multimeter means nothing, because batteries, they are charged on current basis. So you have to be more precise to this. And you have to understand, the customer came with a phone, the phone is not turning on. You have to know, this is a battery fault, this is a charging port fault, this is a motherboard fault. You have to know how to differentiate faults before you open a device. Let me show you how I do it. I think I have a phone here. We have this kind of copy phone. This I'm kind of away owner. This is a copy phone. Let me look for a charger. Let me look for a charger. Let's plug in the charger. I want you to pay attention to the USB power meter here. It's 5 volts, and let's wait for the amp 00. Let's plug it. Our phone plugged, no charging sign, and it's taking like 16 milliamps, 16 milliamps. So you see, check here, 19 milliamps, 16, 13. Okay, let's unplug here. So my question is, what is the fault of this phone? What kind of fault do we have here? This is a customer's charger. This is a customer's phone. I have not yet opened it, but we just want to know what kind of fault do we have here. Do you have a charging port problem, a battery problem, or a motherboard problem? Because the customer is waiting, we want to make a quick diagnosis and tell the customer before before the customer finalizes whether to carry on with the repair process or not. So how do you know what kind of fault is there? We don't want to open the phone. So the use of a multimeter here is invalid. This is a good moment where you need USB power meter, because the USB power meter, based on what we see, we have seen 30 milliamps, 16, 19 milliamps. The phone is trying to communicating with the charger, but because something is wrong inside the phone can't show the charging sign. 13 milliamps, 16, 19 milliamps, to me it means my charging port is good, but because of a bad battery state, there's no proper communication between the charger and the charging IC. This phone, under normal circumstances, must charge with close to 1 amp, maybe 700 milliamps, 800, 900 milliamps. That's normal for this kind of phone. Well, this is a copy phone. This is not an original phone. This is a copy away owner phone. So based on what this phone is drawing, like 13 milliamps, 100%, I will say this is a battery issue. We have a highly discharged battery or a faulty battery. So that's why you can't use sometimes multimeter to check what's going on there, because you have to tell the customer a quick diagnosis. So what I will do, the next step is to open the phone. Now we are not fixing this, but we are just explaining how I will treat the situation. So the next step that I will do, I will open the phone. I will check the voltage of the battery. That's the first step, to check the voltage battery, whether is falling on the minimum voltage range. If this battery is below 3.7, I'll come with the power supply to see how much current is this battery taking. In that way, I will see if this battery is discharged or it needs a replacement. It's very simple. So the idea of this video was for you to know how to check the battery using a variable adjustable DC power supply, not with a test meter. Stop checking batteries with a test meter, because on test meter you can't see anything. Batteries, they are charged on current basis. Okay, so what I will say, I will do more videos, especially on cell phone repairs, because many people, they are requesting me to do videos on cell phone repairs. I'll try to do more videos. So like, subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and also share our videos to your beloved friends, relatives. I can't believe how the channel is growing. Thank you for supporting a black guy. And don't hesitate to ask me anything, or if you check on the about section on my YouTube channel, there's a WhatsApp platform number there. Just take that number, you send a WhatsApp message, and we'll try to answer you quickly. Maybe you've sent on the comment and you are seeing that I'm taking too long to respond to you. Try to use WhatsApp platform. Okay, so see you on the next one. Bye.